Good morning. Happy Monday. Listen, guys, I decided to try something a little bit different. So I'm not going to be looking at my camera a lot because I'm driving. I'm calling this the wig drive time. So anyway, it's on my way to work. I have quite a little time, a drive to work. And so I thought, well, this would be a perfect time just to come and talk while I'm driving about different wig aspects, especially if you're a new wig wearer, and what to look for and that kind of thing. And then if you have questions, if you like this, if you will put anything you would like for me to cover out there, I'll be happy to do it. I have worn wigs full time since 2020. I have my bio hair, but it had thinned a lot on top, probably due to menopause and my age, and we all know what that's like if you've gone through it. It does affect your skin, your hair, your nails. Menopause affects a lot of things, and little did I know, I didn't know anything about menopause when it happened. I was just looking forward to it and thought, yay, no periods anymore, and this will be awesome. Well, there's a whole different set of things that come with it, and it's not just as awesome as we would like. So you have to work through it, and we depend on one another just to give us knowledge about things that each of us are doing that helps. And so anyway, hair is just kind of one of them. And I'm amazed because women, you will get fake eyelashes, you will get your boobs redone, you will get Botox, and you'll get eye tattoos, and you do all of this stuff. But when it comes to wearing a wig, I don't know why that some women feel that stigma is still out there. I mean, the wigs of today are nothing like they used to be. I mean, they are so realistic. Honest to goodness, I've worn them, like I said, since 2020, and I don't even know I have it on my head during the day. I don't think about it. And one of the things I really don't think about anymore is, is someone going to notice that that's a wig? Well, they may. I've had a lady come up to me one time, and she just said, "Your hair is so beautiful. I'm just wondering, is it your real hair? Because I just can't, it's just gorgeous, and the color." Well, I had time, and it just depends on what I'm doing or if I have time to talk about it. And if I do, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story. So I did talk to her about it, and come to find out she had worn wigs, but it'd been a long time ago when she'd gone through a cancer journey. And I said, well, they have changed so much. And she felt of it, looked at it, and said, wow, I think I'm going to need to try that. And then, and I was like this at first. When I very first started it, luckily, I was working from home during COVID, and nobody really saw me. But then when I started having to get out, then I started having to think about, well, now, how am I going to deal with this? So at first, I started wearing just a style that was close to my biological hair color and kind of how I wore my hair before. And really nobody, I might get a compliment on my hair, or it looks good, or I love the color, or this and that, but nobody really at all noticed that it was a wig. Now, I'm lucky to work with a group of people that know that I wear wigs. They're supportive of it. I've helped some women that have gone through their cancer journey to deal with the wig issue, because we don't have a local wig store really that someone can go to for a lot of information where I live. So I'm just doing it from word of mouth. And it just it's a process, but once you get used to it and you kind of just rip that Band-Aid off, and I wear a different wig all the time, different colors, everything to work. I love doing it. You can never have a bad hair day, and that is such a freeing thing. When you are headed out to work and you don't have to worry about what your hair is going to look like that day, I just pick the wig that goes with what I'm wearing, or the color I feel, or by seasons. I can lighten up in the summer and spring and go a little bit darker in the fall and the winter. But I've actually been able to wear almost every color. You just kind of adjust your makeup to the color that you're wearing that day on your hair, and your eyebrows and all of that play a part in it. But it is just so easy, and just not any stress at all. I remember it was just so much work to try to style my hair because it was so thin on top. Now, there are, if you don't want to wear a full wig, there's toppers, what we call toppers, and they are awesome. Now, I have worn them at times, and I have to say, I don't know, probably just because maybe I started with wigs more. I just it's so easy to stick on a wig, and toppers aren't hard, but it's just a little different. You got to blend your hair in with the topper, and but there also can be a very good feeling on your head if you don't really want to wear that full wig. It would just be the top part that gives you some fullness on the top, where most of us lose that fullness. So the other thing is, you know, you can have straight hair, curly hair, and to be honest, you know, I know we all know a few mean girls that we've had in our lives or whatever, but if they're going to be critical of you, they're going to be critical of your real hair too. They're going to be critical of everything. You have to get to a point where you just don't care, because it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. It's you and how you feel, and not how they feel. So if they're being that critical, then they're what I call a mean girl, and we just don't care. So, but I know everybody's on their own journey, and some people have family members that are ugly, and a lot of times that's jealousy as well. So you have to get past some of those issues, and some people have a husband that, you know, I have one that honestly, when I started wearing them, I didn't even tell him for 2 weeks, and he didn't know. And I didn't sleep in them, but it was kind of like usually dark. We'd go to bed, and I just take it off and put it up in the morning, put it on in the morning, and I don't know. He just didn't ever really notice until it was like different colors, different, you know, curly, straight. So I had to go in and tell him. Would I say he was supportive? No, not really. I mean, he wasn't awful about it. He didn't say, oh, I don't want you to do that. He just, I think he said something like, really, you're going to do that? And I said, yeah, I am, because it really is so easy. And I mean, he ought to understand that of all people, he just gets his head shaved all the time. So he doesn't have to worry about his hair either. But anyway, as we've gone on, I mean, he rarely will ever even comment about my hair. It's kind of like, if it's a wig, well, he can't really say, oh, I like your hair, because it's not my hair to him. So he can't really compliment me on that, which is crazy to me. But you know, it is what it is, and I'm doing what I feel I need to do, and he's handling it the way he feels he needs to handle it. So you just kind of have to get to a point where, how bad is it? I mean, I think some men might be, well, you know, I forbid you to do that, or I don't want you to do that, and you've got to make a decision that's best for you at that time. And I'm certainly not telling anybody how they should live or respond to people. That's a very personal decision, and I'm just telling you how it worked for me. So, and really most of the time, it's just not even an issue anymore. I forget about it. People forget about it, I think. They couldn't tell you what my old hair looked like before. So anyway, it's a good journey, but you've got to be committed to it. And it's like anything worth having, you know, there's a learning curve, and you've got to get through that. But it's not difficult. There's so many women out there that do these videos for information. So that's what I did. I just binge watched a ton of wig videos. So anyway, I'll come on more and talk about a specific item on my drive time, but I just wanted to do this morning just to get some information out there. And if you have any questions, if you'll just send me a message, I will do my best to message you back just as quick as possible. I would love for you to hit the like button, like my channel. It will help get the information out to more women. And then subscribe to my channel. I would love it if you would do that. And I hope y'all have a great Monday. And I will talk to you soon on my next wig drive time. Have a great day. Bye.